Hi guys.
Hi.
Okay, we are live. Uh, I think is there some lag?
No, no, no. Nothing.
I think there is huge lag.
No, there's no. There's no.
Is it just me or it's almost after 10 seconds?
No, just go on. Like you start talking, we'll see.
Uh, okay. Uh, so for everyone who's here, so today, Kiot is volunteering for the Open Diaries. The Open Diaries is this platform for making humans more open source. Uh, so it's a platform where like a lot of people come. I think there is just huge lag. Like now
It's okay, go on. We'll see.
okay. It's a platform where a lot of people come and write their diaries and share it with the world. They can also keep it private. Uh, Let me just share my screen. So today will be this is our platform where I think a lot of beautiful people are writing their diaries. This is in terms of development. This is a front end app written with Vue, and in the back end, it's having a simple Node.js server. Today, we'll deploy this platform on Kubernetes on this solution. Um, um, I think we should take some pause. I think we should, guys, we should take some pause. I think there's something seriously wrong. Like, we won't be able to do it. Uh,
What kind of post, I mean? What are we doing?
uh, the stream, it's very far behind. Okay. Okay, I think I now understood. The reason why it was happening is because I was also playing the live video there. Okay, the things which we are doing here to live, it's little slow. I'm really sorry. Okay, let's begin again. Let's begin again. Well,
Yeah.
sorry. So for everyone, I just introduced the Open Diaries, and today we are going to deploy this application on Kubernetes. Now, why Kubernetes? I think there are a lot of reasons why people choose Kubernetes. In my personal opinion, there are four major things which I think really makes Kubernetes my choice for this particular project. First thing is automatic deployments. So we'll see how using Kubernetes we can scale down or scale up our applications so quickly just with one command, which is otherwise very tedious and requires a lot of manual interaction if we are doing it manually on a bare metal server. Second thing is time saving in a big infrastructure. So if we have a lot of a big infrastructure where we have a lot of components, there are databases, there are a lot of services. Uh, Deploying or making any change into all those services would be very time taking unless we have some sort of automatic tool like Kubernetes. Third thing is the Kubernetes is it's not just a tool, but it sort of defines a cloud native framework in which we can in which we can deploy different types of infrastructure. And example, we can deploy our databases. Kubernetes gives us framework to deploy our secrets, databases, application services, everything. So Kubernetes does give us this framework. And the fourth thing is, of course, it's hype. So it's very hyped, and we don't want to be feeling left out. So without further delays, today we'll start the deployment. Chaitanya and Soumya, I would introduce. Chaitanya and Soumya are my colleague. We all work together at Kiot. uh, so Chaitanya and Soumya will start the deployment today. They do not have much prior experience on Kubernetes, and that's what we want to try and solve together today. ठीक है चैतन्य, so shall we start?
Yeah, we'll start. Before that, let's make a checklist on GitHub so that we can write our tasks and what we have to do. So
Sure, yeah.
I'm creating an issue on GitHub.
Okay, that's our repository.
Okay, you already created it.
Yeah.
All right. So what we are going to do today is first thing is Dockerize the application, setup GitHub Docker registry, pushing image to Docker repository, setup Kubernetes on dissolution, manage secrets, deploy applications, setup load balance. Okay. So for Dockerizing the application, yeah.
The Dockerizing the application, I think this part we have already done.
That's what I'm about to tell you. So for Dockerizing the application, I think we already have a Docker file for that.
Yeah.
So then it's in Github now.
It's in the another branch, Chaitanya. There is another branch, feature/deployment. Yeah.
So for those who don't know what Docker is, it's just a kind of a container where you can pack your complete package and make an image of that, and you can directly play it anywhere you want. So for that, what we do is we'll write a file called a Docker file, and this Docker file contains commands what we have to do, and based on this thing, it will automatically build an image, and we can upload image wherever we want. So for this thing, this is our Docker file, and we have run the Docker file, and so that we already generated an image, and we uploaded into GitHub, and this is the package.
Chaitanya, can you also tell a little bit about or show our Docker file, what are the components going there?
Okay.
Like,
so in Docker file. Okay, so in Dockerfile, what we do is we set up the environment. So basically, this container has node installed. So we have to write the environment where on which the software should be running. So we are using node 14, and then this is our source from where the backend must be downloaded, and then we are giving these are like arguments for which you have to define the env so that you can all take the database or other secrets. And then so what it does is Docker will create a small instance of whatever you want to, like maybe like
container.
Container. In that there is a file system. So that is a Unix based file system. So it is you can give the directory where it has to be installed. So our repository will be installed in user src and
this
app.
directory.
So this is the root directory. And then what happens is this copy will be doing something like from our root directory, from this TOD backend, it will be copying package star.json. I mean package or something. I mean the rejects match the files matching this rejects. all these files will be copied into our root directory, this thing. And then we are running this command npm install. Before running the project, we have to run the command so that the node modules will be installed, and then everything is copied from the whole folder. This thing is copied from here to here, from Docker TOD backend to the working directory, and then we are setting the port to 4040 in the environment, and that is accessed by our node application. So that is handled inside the code, and then we are exposing this thing. So what happens is, when we are creating a Docker container, it will expose it. It has as a, by default, a firewall which does not export or expose all the ports. So if you want to expose a certain port, you have to write like this: expose 4040, so that you can access the application which is running on 4040. And then whenever the image is running, this command will be running node, which is bin www. In this thing, we have an index.js which has a root file of the node process. So that's what it happens. Like whenever we are building, all these things will be happening.
Okay. Yeah, and we have already built this image and published it to GitHub Container Repository.
Yes.
We can see that in the project. Yeah, the package,
So
it's
we
already
built
there.
the image, and we use the command in Docker to upload from our system to GitHub. So it is in
Cool.
GitHub right now. Yeah, this is our TOD backend image, which is generated by running that Docker file.
Awesome. And it's a private repository. So this I'm assuming this package is also not accessible to public. Uh, Okay. Now I think we can go to our Kubernetes setup.
Yes,
So we'll
let's
start with this solution.
let's go back to our checklist once, and we'll see what do we have. So we are done with Dockerizing the application, setting
Yeah,
up the Docker registry, and now we already pushed the image to the Docker repository, and now we have
yeah.
to go for setting up Kubernetes on DigitalOcean. Okay, let's go to DigitalOcean.
Okay.
Okay, this is should I create the project in Arihant or Open Diaries?
I think both is fine. We can create in Ariant. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah. So I guess we have to go to create, and we have Kubernetes here. You can
Uh-huh.
create Kubernetes clusters.
Okay.
Okay, create a cluster. Select the
In
Kubernetes
this,
version. Okay, we'll just go for the recommended version, and then data center. As we are in India, let's use India Bangalore, and then it's default Bangalore one. Yeah. So add the cluster capacity. So increasing the number of nodes. Okay. Yeah. So node pool name, basic nodes. I think basic nodes are enough for now.
yeah,
Node
should be
plan
fine.
is 2.5 GB. Where do we go?
We can
We'll
we
go
can
with,
go for the cheapest ones. Should
okay,
work
$10
for you.
per month. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So node count is 3. So I'm being a beginner. I'm not like understanding a lot of words like cluster and node. Let me go to uh, Kubernetes and see like the basic what this is about. So I will understand more.
yeah.
So these are features, and let's go to documentation. We'll see the
Go to
concept
concept.
first. So the cluster architecture, containers. So yeah, so we saw words like where this is, yeah. So we saw words like a cluster, and we saw another word which is node. So let's see what is cluster and what is a node. So Kubernetes runs your workload by placing containers. Containers are like I think this Docker containers that we generated as packages. So these are placed into pods to run on nodes. A node may be virtual or physical machine depending on the cluster. Okay. I'm assuming cluster is like set of nodes.
So cluster is this set of nodes, and there would be like the control plane would be installed on one of the node, and
So,
the rest of the nodes would act in slave master slave mechanism.
okay, okay. So for every node, we have kubelet, container runtime, and kubeproxy. I think kubelet is a node. It makes sure the containers are running in a pod. Okay, this is just a like this is monitoring kind of thing. Container runtime
Okay.
responsible for running the containers. All right, and kubeproxy. Okay, for this is for network proxy. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Sort of managing the networking between the nodes.
Okay. All right. So pod represents a set of running containers in your cluster. All right. Okay then. So I think basic nodes are enough for now.
Yeah, should be enough.
Okay.
We can go for maybe like 2 node counts. Two nodes should
We
be
have
enough.
three nodes right now. Okay,
Okay,
two
okay.
nodes. Yeah, we'll go for two nodes, and so the name could be something like TOD
Yeah,
Kubernetes
cluster.
one cluster. Yeah. Okay, the project is this thing, and we can give bias to it. All right. So I'm creating the cluster now. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Start.
So yeah, we have pretty good tutorial here. Thank you. Okay, let's get started.
It would ask you to install the
Yeah.
doctl that I think we have already installed.
So
Uh,
for Mac users, I guess you can get doctl from Brew itself. So I already have doctl. So yeah, I already have doctl. So let's see what this is. Automatically renew your cluster certificate. This is good. Okay. All right, let me copy this.
okay, so it's basically like that's how like our local system is connecting with the DiskLotion Kubernetes cluster. So doctl sort of gives us all the access to our resources, and we can create or modify the resources on DiskLotion using the doctl command line.
Okay. This is I think this is official distillation client for Kubernetes. Okay, Kubernetes official client is kubectl. I think kubectl is
Yes.
already installed in my system. Okay, let's continue this thing. Patch and manual version upgrades. I think we can skip this thing for now,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
These things
Then
also I think we can skip for now, but like I think we'll need this Nginx ingress controller
let me check what are
later.
this. So this is monitoring stack. This is for monitoring all the nodes and everything, I guess. I think Linkerd is different from different. I mean,
Yeah.
like different vendor or something. Okay, Grafana, we know that it's for logging, and Nginx Ingress controller for proxy and etc. Okay, so we'll skip for now.
Yeah, I think we can skip for now. We'll come back to this later.
Wait, I'm done.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
so I guess my Kubernetes is deployed. I mean, it started already.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
creating.
think
It's
it's still
creating now.
building. Yeah, it,
Yeah.
okay. The loader and okay.
In the meanwhile, maybe like we can clone our repository and
Cloner, which repository?
technically we won't need like our repository. We can actually start with any sort of
Yeah.
any folder, and so the way to like define like our workload on Kubernetes is via a lot of configuration files. Okay.
Yeah.
So for every Kubernetes resource, we can define a config file and
Okay.
apply that config to modify or create a new resource.
Okay. So
Hi, Srujan. Uh, I think like we can go to a blank folder maybe and start defining our configs.
okay. So
In the meanwhile, Chetan, your terminal it's small. Can you zoom it a little bit?
uh,
I think the font size we can increase. Yeah,
is it okay now?
I think yeah better.
Okay. So
Uh,
let me like,
so
this
technically, I think we could have defined these into our repository
on
itself.
repository. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
let's go there.
it's okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter right now. So if we
Yeah.
are not maintaining anything. Okay. So what should I do? Let's
Uh,
see. Yeah.
I think we can create a temporary folder and
I just created a temporary folder and
okay. So first thing like we would want to do is like write a deployment config.
okay.
We can look for like and for that like we'll start with some basic. We can search Kubernetes deployment config.
Kubernetes deployment config. Okay.
We'll just yeah.
Configuration best practices. We'll see what we have. And this is all theory, I guess.
From there, I think we can pick up some like in the Kubernetes doc they give examples of everything in every section. Yeah. So we
Okay,
can
so
pick in any example deployment from there.
but this is an example for Nginx deployment. So let's see if we have any Node app deployment or that's
Hello,
what we have to
Ramesh.
do, right? Okay, we can let me see Kubernetes Node app deployment. Node app.
I think it's irrespective of Nginx or Node. What matters is like the image which we
Yeah, yeah.
give.
Okay, let's copy this thing and edit this thing.
Yeah, I think we can start with this.
Okay, let me open this in VS Code. Right. Okay. Let me create a new file. The file name should be anything, right?
You can keep anything. Yeah, maybe like deployment dot YML.
Can create backend deployment dot. Right. So what do we have here? So API version. What is API version?
API version will just leave the same. We won't change anything. Usually I don't.
Okay. Kind is deployment. Metadata. So we'll give it as TOD backend labels. App is TOD. I think this is just a label, so it doesn't matter whatever we give, right?
It would actually matter like when we are giving these things. That's how like
We'll refer to this.
uh, we'll refer to this particular deployment later. So
Okay,
app,
okay.
I think like in the when we are giving metadata dot name, I think we should name it as the deployment. So TOD backend deployment, maybe yeah. So like we'll know when we are looking at resources that this is our deployment.
So we created two nodes, right? So replicas, we can create how many ever we want.
Yeah, how many we want? Like maybe
Yeah,
we can
so
start with two.
okay, we'll start with two. And then selector matching
So here
label.
we'll have to give the same app name which we gave above.
Okay. So let's see what is selector. That is label selector for the pods targeted by this deployment. I think this is for the pod names. Is it
No, so this is the selector, like for which app we are doing. So I think we'll have to give the same
TOD back?
TOD backend, yeah. So we are matching with that
So
app.
is it the label? Okay, app. Okay, got it. So
Yeah.
template, metadata,
Here also we
labels.
can give the same TOD backend.
Okay.
Uh,
Now let's go to the containers. The name will be the container name.
Name, I think we can give anything. Maybe like uh, we can give it like it's an API, or this would be the container name. We can give API server.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, okay. And the
In the
image
image,
must be node, right?
not node. Here we'll give our container, like which container image do we want to
Okay,
deploy. So the
okay.
TOD backend.
So we can give the direct link or what? Or
So usually GitHub packages have this link of this format, like ghcr.io
yeah.
slash.
So let's pick up that features.
I think it will be in our Docker file.
Dockerfile.
Yeah,
And where is the okay, package is here and the Dockerfile?
this label. It's not label
No, this
actually.
is
So
not. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the
this
name.
is
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah, yeah.
This
Image.
is image and the latest is a tag. Okay. And
Yeah,
the port we are exposing is, I guess, 4040, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Container port is 4040. And I guess we wrote our first
Uh,
configuration file.
this
Is
looks
it?
good. I
Let's
think
see.
like yeah. Let
Let's
let's
see
let's try
if
running it.
something
Yeah.
is going wrong. We'll know. Okay, then. As we already wrote this thing, what we have to do now, we have to deploy on Kubernetes from config.
So it's simple. Like we just have to apply this config. So we have
Yeah, so
already
we have to use kubectl for that.
yeah, using
Okay.
kubectl we'll just apply.
Yeah, let's copy this thing and the file name is this thing. Okay. So let me open my terminal and yeah, apply f backend deployment.yml. All right.
I think it's doing. It says created. Whoa.
Created and let's see
Uh,
what is the second step. kubectl get deployments. Let's see what's happening now. Okay, TOD backend deployment 02 ready up to date. This is the I think it's not ready yet.
uh, so what we can do is it's ready, but so we want to see like when we define to whether our pods are created or not. So we can go and check our pod status. Kubectl get pods.
Okay, those pods we can also see in distillation, right?
Yeah, yeah. In the UI as well.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
other image pull.
Uh, so
Let
I
me
think
see.
like I knew like
I
we're
think
going to fetch this
this
problem.
is a private repository, right? We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to give
yeah,
some of security or token or something. Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's see how to get Kubernetes image, which is private. Get
So
Kubernetes.
usually, like we have to give this Docker config secret, which is a special type of secret.
Okay.
As far as I remember.
Private registry. Yeah, I think this is it, right?
Yeah.
On your laptop, you must do Docker login. Okay. Kubectls, create secret generic from file. Okay. Type. Okay. But this is not from Docker registry. This is from GitHub registry.
So it doesn't matter, like even though it's a GitHub repository, we just have to like give credentials to our repository. So I think I saw this. We can give this Docker config file. Come down a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw,
Is
yeah,
it?
something like this. Yeah,
Okay. Let's
I
see
think we
what.
can.
I think this is another topic. Okay. No, no, this. I think this is like Kubernetes.io Docker config JSON. This is specific for Docker, right?
Uh, yeah, but I think like we can just give if we give like our repositories path that is ghcr.io, then it would we'll be able to log in and pull
Okay.
the image.
So where is the
Uh,
okay? This is our server.
yes,
Docker
and
username.
it's asking Docker password, Docker email. Okay. Yeah, I think we can create this also. We can use this command. Why not? Let's
Yeah,
try
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Let's try this thing.
Uh,
I'll close the screen sharing when I'm entering something password. So
yeah.
before that, what we have to do is Docker server is GitHub this thing, right?
ghcr.io.
GHCR.
.io.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Docker username. That should be. I think if you're using your personal access token, you can give your username, and in the password, we'll have to give your.
I think it will ask in command line.
It won't. When we are creating this Docker password, it won't. And this username should not be your email.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Are you
remember
sure
my.
it will take email?
I don't remember my username.
Chaitanya Mankala. I know.
Okay.
Maybe you can just go to your GitHub and see.
Right. That's it, right? And I have to give Docker
I think it's Shay
password.
Mankala. Chaitanya, it's Shay Mankala. CHAYMNKL. Sorry. Uh,
All right,
Docker
and
password should.
yeah, I'll give the password and I'll temporarily stop my screen share. All right, I'm entering my password. Yeah, it is created. So let me start the screen share again. Can you see the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It is created and close the terminal. Now let's see.
Do you remember the secret name which you created? Because we'll have to give the same into our deployment as well.
Oh, I think I forgot and I created with recurrent. I did not change it.
Uh, I think this should be fine. This should be fine.
Okay.
You can give that.
So let's get the secret from this thing. Right.
We'll have to write this image pull secrets.
What?
We'll
I
have to
think I
write
got
image pull
this
secret.
image.
Image pull secrets.
Where is it?
Um,
No, no.
in the,
Inspecting the secret record. So output is this thing, and then
so now in our
we have
deployment
to.
config file, yeah, deployment config will have to mention this secret.
Yeah, yeah. Before that, we have to do this thing. No? We have to get the base 64.
Now
Then
we don't have to. So the secret it's already there. We have already created.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah,
I
I
think we
think
have
it.
to give this base64, right? Isn't it?
No, this is another way of creating the secret. But if we just created the secret the other way, we won't need to give it again.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah,
Image and image full secrets.
I think yeah that
Okay.
should work. Looks good.
Let's
I
see.
think like it should be the root of this thing, Chaitanya. Root of the template. I think.
Root. No, it is in
Uh,
containers. It is in.
it should
Okay.
be
Okay.
it
It
should
should be
be
in.
in
Okay.
spec.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
It is in containers. Okay. It is
It
in
is
spec. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
spec. Yeah, yeah.
These things are not as easy as JSON. So it's right now, right?
Name, image. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah,
Right. I saved
we
this thing.
can
So
we can
before
yeah.
we have to delete the old ones, or how does it work now?
We'll have to delete. Like we can also apply again. We can apply again, and it would apply the new config.
CTL apply. Do you have to give anything extra for this?
Uh, just the file name once
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
Okay, we can again check our pods. Kubectl get pods.
What was the command for this thing?
Get pods.
No, before that we did something. Okay. Back off.
Image pull back off. Okay, it's
This
still
is 8 minutes. This is old.
the newer one is also is it's having difficulty in pulling the image. Okay. Uh, let's see. Uh, multiple secrets
Actually,
we
we
gave
gave.
it right. Can you just see? We can just Docker inspect our this thing
No,
once
no.
again.
The thing is, I understood. Like we gave the credentials to my Docker, but we did not give any kind of credentials to my GitHub registry, right?
No, so we gave ghcr.io. We were
That's it. But
giving
yeah,
that
but
should have been enough.
no, no. Our GitHub repository is private, right?
No, so when we are doing this thing, we won't need the access to the repository. All we would need is the access to the image.
Hmm.
Kubernetes is not touching the repository right now.
No, no, no. The image is in GitHub servers, right? So the auth must be given of the GitHub.
So when you gave the password, did you give like your personal access token of GitHub, or what did you give?
No, I gave the password of the Docker, so
Oh
it's
no
wrong.
no 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 no. The password there must have been your personal access token.
Okay. Think can you
You
send
can
me the person access token? I think I don't have it right now.
uh, wait once again. I'll give you.
Send me on Keybase. I'll turn off the screen share for a while.
It's the token name. Also, use this username. Uh, we have here. Uh, we have here. You can use this username and this token.
You sent me.
Yeah, on Keybase.
Got it. Okay, this is a username and okay. Let me get the command. I don't require an email, right?
It no no.
Okay.
We can delete the previous secret and then create this one again, maybe.
I'm renaming it.
Okay, okay.
It was recred. Right now I'm doing TOD back,
Okay.
and now I got the username and password is okay. TOD backthread is created. And, let me turn on the screen sharing now. Can you see the screen?
Hmm.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, close that.
Now, what we have to
Uh,
do is we have
so
to change this thing here to
yeah,
is what was the secret slash or
it should be just the name which you gave.
and now let me apply this thing
Yeah.
configured the pods container creating.
Uh,
I think
Container creating, nice,
it's
nice. Yeah,
terminating on mutual backup. Okay,
container creating. Yeah, we can also see the logs of that container. You can go and kubectl describe pod,
kubectl describe of the
describe pod, describe pod, and then the pod name. Yeah,
okay. So
successfully pulled image. But I think there would be another error which is
let's see.
uh,
I think hash loop back off.
yeah. So
What
the
is hash
application
loop?
would crash. Crash to back off basically means it has been crashing multiple times.
Okay.
It's crashing obviously because we did not give it the right environment variables which the application would need for starting up. Uh, I think those are there. The sample environments are there in the repository.
Okay.
We'll have to.
Sorry, I'm getting some urgent call. I'll be back in a minute, and like Soumya can continue.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Soumya basically will need the secrets here. Uh, what we can do is secrets as the primary thing is we need to give it the environment. Do you have the repository cloned in your system?
No, I
I'm sending this file to this Soumya. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sending in
yeah.
this chat, private chat. Okay.
yeah, he sent me the file.
You can open this Soumya and we can have your
I need to
screen.
clone the. Uh,
Cloning is although it's not required, we can also just explore in the GitHub if you haven't cloned already.
okay.
You
Just
can share your screen.
yeah. Are you able to see?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Uh, yeah.
Yes. So I was just explaining Soumya on this thing. Okay, Soumya, you can open this. So first thing, we can have our So what are the environments we are going to need is in the TOD backend. If you go to feature/deployment branch,
Hmm. Okay. Dockerfile.
uh, here, like, we would have the dot sample dot env should be there. Like, is can you see something? Yeah, there is this dot sample dot
Yeah,
env.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So these are the environment variables, like, this application is going to need,
Okay.
uh, and some of them are, like, sensitive. So probably, like, we cannot just give them in the environment. So there are, like, two types, two ways to inject environment variables into any Docker container. One is we can directly define our environment there using the env tag. Second is we can take these from secrets. Example, like, I'll share with you, or maybe, like, we can just Google, like, how to give secret variables. Even before that, we'll have to create our secrets. That's something. Uh, but okay, let's go to let's first create secrets. Then
Okay.
we can go, like, Kubernetes secrets. You can Google Kubernetes secrets. Okay. Uh, for this thing, like, we are going to need this opaque type of secrets, which are, like, the general. So we already use this docker config JSON secret for our image pulling. Now for these, we are going to use opaque secrets.
Yeah.
Usually, like, we can create something like this also, like, Kubernetes create secret, just an empty secret.
Hmm.
But I think since we have, like, a lot of these things, we may want to get it from some file, uh, or maybe, like, we can just go like this as well, and then, like, we can create an empty secret, and then we can, like, edit the secret. Maybe that's how we can do.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's create an empty secret. We'll name it something like, TOD backend secrets.
Uh, Actually, I still don't have the repository cloned in my system.
That's not needed. All we
Directly,
have to do is, yeah, now we are just interacting with the Kubernetes cluster using kubectl.
okay.
So, can you
Yeah.
you're showing your keyways?
Yes, yes. Okay. So first I have to log in, right, for kubectl. What is that command?
I think, yeah, in your system you'll have to again do that.
Yeah, I have to do it.
You, yeah, go to the dissolution and
Okay, 1 second.
Kubernetes. Are you there? Kubernetes dissolution.
Yeah, I'm qconfig suppose. I sent you a command. Just check this.
Yeah, that's what we'll have to use there.
Is that image that variable correct? This is what is.
Yeah. So did you get this from the DigitalOcean Kubernetes cluster right now?
No, this I already we had it in Keybase.
No, no. I think we'll have to take the newer one.
Okay.
This cluster. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
You can just turn off your keybase and then like no, we can you can share your screen again maybe.
Yeah.
Did we like lose the sight of keybase for a second? I don't know if we'll see. We'll have to check after the video.
Actually, I'm not able to get. Where
Uh,
is can I find that? Thing?
what? So you can share your screen. I can like guide you. Go to the Kubernetes in this solution.
1 second. I'll just close Keybase. Yeah. Okay.
You can share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, you can go to the Kubernetes. We are there. Go to the second step. Install management tools. Right there.
This one.
Connecting to Kubernetes. Go up a little. Scroll up a little. We had
Yeah.
thoda sa upar some. Yeah. Go
Second
to the
step,
second
getting
step.
started.
What?
No,
What?
not that. Get started. Get started.
Okay.
Yeah. Here
Okay.
we would have the command. Yeah. Increase the size.
Command plus. No, so like zoom in. Command plus.
Okay. Yeah, it's done.
Okay. Now I think.
The secrets.
Um, yeah. So we can create an empty secret and then maybe edit it. Rather than empty secret, we can name it. Okay, we already created.
Yeah.
Uh, ठीक है, not a problem. Maybe now we can edit the secret. So we can write kubectl edit secret my secret. This empty secret. Secret empty secret. Yeah, we're seeing. Now the problem with this is we do not have any keys into that. We do not have any data into that right now. So we'll have to like add the data, and for Kubernetes all the secrets has to be base 64 encoded strings. uh, so what we have to do is get all those secrets which we had in our .sample.env, and maybe and add
Okay.
values for that in base 64 encoded fashion.
Okay.
So maybe like we can start by copying this on to a notepad VS Code.
Okay.
Okay. And here we can write like uh, the secrets. I think for now like we can keep the same. So for encoding a base 64 string, like there is I simply do this like node. uh, Using Node we can do, or we can also use some base 64 encoder online forum.
Okay.
We can do that. And I'll share with you, so example, let's just say if we are doing JWT secret right now,
Hmm.
so you can go to in a browser base 64 encoding tool. Yeah, maybe anything, yeah. And you
Yeah.
can use type in hello and just hello. So the value has to be base 64, the key has to be plain only.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just encode this. Yeah, get the
Yeah.
string. And so this is how we'll have to do for all our secrets. uh, Assign it with colon rather than equal to.
Uh,
uh, Maybe a space would be needed between the colon and this. Okay, so you can do this off screen, and I can share with you the test database credentials. We'll have to do the same for all the secrets, and once they are done, we'll have to paste those secrets into uh, our edit secret file there.
okay.
And once we save it, the secrets would be available for our app to consume. Okay, let's do it quickly then. I'll share with you in Keybase. Just a minute. Okay, so this is the MongoDB host, and I think rest of the things can leave as it is for now. The MongoDB database mail user, give you something now.
Yeah. I have encoded all those things.
Uh, have you also encoded the new? So MongoDB, we have to go give a real host. Did you encode that?
Mongo host. Yeah.
You encoded already the one which I just sent you on
One
Keybase.
second. Oh, okay. Sorry. No. Fine. This
We're
is the
going to need,
host.
yeah, this host is what we're going to need. Even for the port, so this application expects a port that also we have to encode into the base 64 and give it here.
One second. So,
And
what is port?
port,
Yeah. Yeah.
I sent you on Keybase.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
So you can go back to the editor and
Hmm.
enter the data there. I think it's Vim, so you'll have to press I to edit, uh, and
Yeah,
then add data there in the root itself.
yeah, I added it.
Uh, and once you, like, for exiting, you can press escape and then colon WQ.
Yeah.
Has it saved?
Yeah.
Does it say
Okay.
like secret saved successfully?
No, it says empty secret was not valid. The edited file failed validation. Mapping
Uh,
values are not allowed in this context.
uh, so we'll have
Yeah,
to give it under the data. Like, we'll have to give all these values under a data, this thing.
under
So data,
metadata, right?
not metadata, under data. So in the edit secret, you can
Edit secret, we have API version kind metadata. Only this was there.
uh, kind metadata was there, right? So kind is a
Yeah,
key, and then we have to go another give another key, that is data, and under the
inside data,
data
I
will.
have to keep this. Okay.
Yeah. Is it done?
1 minute. Yes. Yeah, it's edited.
The secret, it's edited successfully. Does it say?
1 second. Edit secret. No, it's showing secrets. Empty secret is invalid.
You can share your screen anyway. We are going to, like, remove change these credentials later. And share your screen. I can get it. Okay.
I got it.
We can. Okay. No, it could not edit. Okay. Do this and edit. Enter.
Yeah.
Let me see how we're doing it. Giving data. These things looks good to me. Uh, Once you do, like, escape and
Huh. Colon WP. Edit, cancel, no changes.
I think because this time the secret has been edited, we can do this kubectl describe secret. Uh, I think it's edited now. Describe secret, empty secret. Describe secret, empty secret. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, it took it.
It took it? Okay, fine.
Yeah. So now, like, we can we'll have to, like, infuse these. secrets into uh, our file.
Okay.
So maybe like we'll go like Kubernetes secret in environment from secrets.
What? I didn't understand.
Kubernetes environment from secrets is something you can search.
Okay, you want. It's from the same file.
Come down. I think they mentioned something about how to use these secrets. Uh, Using secrets, yeah. Come down, come down. Yeah. So what we can do now is define in our environment file. Uh, we can go back to our deploy.yml. Did you copy that?
Declared. Okay. Okay, which Chaitanya sent me, right?
Uh, yeah, it was in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can create a file and
This one, right?
yeah, yeah. So here, like now, what we would
We
want to
have
do
to
is,
add.
yeah, yeah. So not just this. Come down a little bit. Come down a little bit there.
Okay.
Do we have some example of? Come down a little bit. Come down a little bit. Environments. Come down a little bit. Okay, we do not have. Yeah, it's there. Come down a little bit.
Using
Using
secrets as.
secrets is environment.
Yeah. It's here
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Name
So
one.
you can just copy from here and change things there.
Just type content. Okay. We have to give it an under containers.
We have to give it under container, yes.
I think you have to put the tab space apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, what will be the name? Anything?
Name, here we can give our, this is container name, Soumya. This can be the same, whatever it was there. Uh, yeah, my container is fine. In the secret, here we would give like, so our first secret is like, JWT secret, right?
Yeah.
Uh, okay, we can copy that. And the value from empty secret. The key name was JWT secret only.
Hmm.
So this is the key which we defined there in our secret.
We have
So
to
Hmm.
change
likewise,
this image, right? ऊपर
huh?
image change करना है.
Yeah,
Image.
we need to change the image.
Yeah, image you have to change.
I'll send you the image. This thing.
All the variables we have to give. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to put a backspace in 41 line number. Sorry. 41 line number.
okay. Yeah.
Now send me the whole
Okay.
file. Sorry, I already have this image pull secret with me.
Okay, one second.
Or actually, you can give this thing. Image pull secrets is name or I created it.
Yeah. No,
It's in
it
below.
doesn't matter. It's once it's created,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
It's
there in
not
our.
in my local system anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so under containers, under spec, you have to give image pull secrets.
Under containers.
No,
Okay.
not yeah,
Under spec.
under spec.
Under
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Image
image.
pulse.
Just a backspace. Image P capital.
Yeah,
Image
yeah.
pull secrets, and under that hyphen name.
Okay.
TOD back cred without spaces. TOD back without spaces or anything.
POT backend. Okay. Okay.
Okay, and that's it, I guess. And did you expose a port
Expose.
4040?
No.
Port is missing, right? Restart policy, you have to change it to on crash or something, right? Let me tell you.
Always keep it always.
Always, yeah.
All
Capital A or
I think it's capital A.
yeah, yeah, it is capital A. Always. Okay, and now you have to give this ports under image. Under actually, it will come under containers.
It is
under
container port.
container
Yeah, under
we have
containers, ports.
ports.
Under that, hyphen container port 8080. 4040.
4040.
Yeah,
Hyphen container port.
hyphen space. Yeah, Con- container port.
P capital.
Okay. This is 4040.
4040. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, done.
Expose.
We don't have
This
to
is
expose
export.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So it's just that's it, and yeah, you can save this.
Okay.
You can save this as some YML file,
Okay.
backend.yml. Check the
Why
path
name
where
it?
it is. Okay. Just open terminal and you can run this.
Okay.
It's the same, I guess. You have to open in the same window or same folder.
Folder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's in your own directory only. Yeah.
or you can open the terminal in VS Code. Only.
Fine. I just put it. Okay.
I think you
This is the
kubectl
same.
saved
apply.
it on desktop iCloud. This is not desktop iCloud. Or it might be
Open the
syncing. I
terminal
don't know.
here.
Let's see.
Okay.
kubectl. Uh,
It's in desktop. What is the command we should give now?
kubectl apply -f backend.yml.
I think you're not in the. Yeah.
It is in
Apply
desktop only.
Yeah. Right.
kubectl applies
space
backend.
uh, backend.yml.
Error converting YAML line 21 did not expect.
Line number
Find expected.
21.
21. This ports and container port.
Okay,
Give it
give.
as a string.
No, I
Give it
No,
think
as
no, that is that is number only.
we should give it in containers only.
you have to give it in containers, but give under ports. Give
I
under image. That should
Give
not
an
matter,
under
but
image.
image. Yeah. So, okay.
I think what we are doing
I think
wrong is like
containers, yeah, the containers must be a tab space apart. The total containers, like go back, I mean undo.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
total containers part must be tab space apart.
Okay.
Even image pulls. No, the total everything. Select everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just undo. Yeah, under spec all of it.
It
All of
should
it.
be.
Yeah, it must be not restart policy. Yeah,
Yeah.
tab space. That's it.
we can
Now,
remove that also. Restart policy.
yeah, you can remove that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
And remove the empty spaces.
Again 21 line.
Go back. Yeah.
Same
What is the
container port.
21?
Container port. Is that attribute right?
Can you
Container
check
port.
the spelling? Contain. I can't see it clearly. Can you check the spelling?
It's CONTAINER capital P.
Okay,
Container
so
port.
I think I understood the problem. Like whenever we are starting this thing, we have to in the line number 22 we have this hyphen, right? We have to bring it in front of the
Okay.
ports. The
Yeah.
first element
So
should have.
move ports under image. That's it.
I can,
Move
yeah, we
ports
can do that as well.
Under image.
under this thing.
Cut it.
Okay.
Under image. I mean just below the image.
After this.
Yeah, and you have to change the image path.
Image path. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Image path I gave in the private chat.
Ghcr.io.
Okay.
Slash Aryanth Daga slash TOD backend. Colon latest.
Kiot backend dot color.
Latest, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I
And
think,
now
yeah,
you can
this
run
looks
it
good.
again.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
done. Deployment
So
done.
let's check
Now,
it is running or not.
kubectl get pods.
Create container config error.
Create container config.
Create container config error. We can describe, like, what's their kubectl describe.
Pod and pod
Describe and give that pod name.
error.
Describe pod.
Empty secret not found. Empty secret not found.
I think it was empty hyphen secret. I forgot to tell you. I was seeing it in our file. We mentioned empty secret.
Empty
It's
hyphen secret. Okay.
Okay, change everywhere. So I mean, like,
Okay.
no, double click on that. Do Control F2 and you can change it. Command F2.
Oh, I did. Command F2, right?
Command function F2. Now paste it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Save. Okay.
configured. Again, kubectl get pods.
Same error.
Container creating. No. Now we are having container creating. Next.
Yeah, yeah.
We can also watch pods, like get pods hyphen space hyphen W. Yeah,
Running. Two of them are running now.
Yeah, it's
awesome,
running.
So let's
nice.
see. Let's ping it and see. So what is the IP for this thing?
Okay, there is a catch, like, right now we cannot ping this thing. So they are running, but they are only running inside the Kubernetes.
Okay, so we have to do some proxy for that.
We can do this port forwarding to see it in local. You can just do kubectl port forward.
kubectl port forward.
uh, Port forward, and then we would give pod name, any of the pod.
Copy the
Oh,
pod name.
Port hyphen forward.
port hyphen forward.
Yeah. Port space hyphen forward. No space in
Without
between.
space.
Okay.
Port forward, and would give this. And we would write the port name which we gave 4040. Okay, you have to give the port name 4040 colon 4040.
That's it.
No.
4040 colon
4040 colon 4040,
without
and no
hyphen.
hyphen, without hyphen.
4040 colon 40. Okay, okay.
Without hyphen.
Without hyphen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now I think if you go to your browser and see localhost 4040.
Localhost 4040.
Wonderful. Do this slash API slash v1 slash nodes.
What? Slash?
Slash API slash v1.
Okay.
You should get some nodes. Slash nodes. Nodes. TES. Yes. We're getting the
Yeah,
public
getting.
nodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is working. You can also just check it into your Kubernetes dashboard in our dissolution. If you go there, like, you would see, like, there is pod which is created there. You can go
Kubernetes
to
dashboard.
Kubernetes as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, meanwhile, I'll be writing this configuration file for front end too.
Right, right, yeah.
So can we use the same personal access token for front end? No, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can-
Because we are using the this is GitHub's token, so
Okay.
you have access to all the repositories
And
and so all the
what is
plugins.
the port for front end? 8080?
It's 3030.
3030. Yeah, I
So
think I just
you,
I'm completed with this thing. Ah, okay.
you can go to pod somewhere and see we have our pods there.
Pod, pod status. Updated.
This the deployment page.
Okay, pods.
So these are the
Yeah.
two pods which we just created. They're running.
Mhm.
Can you see another two ports?
Yes,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
now they
yeah.
appeared.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just created ports for the front end too. We don't need any secrets for front end, right? We don't have any
Uh,
secrets.
there are some environment variable for the front end as well. I'll just quickly send you those environment variables. Those will have to set. Those are not secrets. We can define directly
Okay,
in environment.
okay.
Uh,
It's still in container creating. I don't know why, but yeah.
uh, with
Yeah,
things like API base and other things, we'll have to go. We'll have to give in the.
Okay, so where do I give this thing?
So we can give directly them in environment because none of them are secret. In the same
Okay,
file, right now we gave environment and we gave name and value from this thing. Instead of that, we'll just write value, name and value.
okay, got it. Yeah. So can you send me the full one somewhere? The
yeah,
backend
yeah.
YML file,
YML file. Okay.
backend YML.
Yeah, I sent it in this.
I think I did not get it completely.
Is it?
Can you show me once?
Okay.
Yeah, it's half somewhere.
So it must be under. I cannot see anything. I think you cannot send it on this private chat.
Yeah.
Just send
Can
me
you
the
send
one.
it?
1 minute. Let me see it. So env and under this thing we have to go to containers and after ports, right? After ports we have to go for env and under env.
Well, it just have name and value,
Name value.
Okay, okay.
and value does not need to be base64 encoded here.
So after yeah, got it. Okay, okay. I'll do this thing and I'll quickly deploy this thing.
Okay. Meanwhile, somewhere now we have this. Although this is working, but we do not have any public access. Right now we did this temporary jugaad to do local forwarding, but
Okay.
we need to first thing is create a service for this and then expose this to the public. So for
Okay.
creating service, once again, it's simple. We can do Kubernetes service. We can Google Kubernetes services. We'll pick up the first example there.
Define
Yeah,
the
we
service.
can just start with this.
Yeah.
We can create another file, or we can create in this as well itself. But we'll create another file to keep it
Yeah.
clean. We can keep
API.
name it services.yml.
Services dot why?
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
we can name it anything like TOD API service. Now in the selector, this again has to match with the app name which we gave into our backend. Yeah, on the top, yeah, TOD backend.
What about the API version?
API, that is Kubernetes API version, the files API version.
Front end is
That is
running successfully.
awesome.
Yeah. So let me check kubectl
Yeah, it is running.
forward.
Awesome.
The port is 3030, right?
Here we'll give port. Both of these should be. This port is the incoming port for the service, and the
Okay.
target port is the target port of our application. Okay. For now, we'll keep both of them as 4040,
Okay.
because when we are creating our load balancer, uh, that's when we'll define 80 to we'll map that 80 to this 4040 to this service. But for now we can keep 4040, and we can again do kubectl apply
Sure.
services dot variable.
Yeah.
Close this.
File name was service dot.
Okay,
The
let's
path.
add this into our
It's
GitHub
not on
checklist.
desktop.
Oh, I added it on desktop. It's in desktop. Oh, sorry. File name was wrong. It was services dot.
So any issues? Deployment setup. Okay. So setup is done, manage secret is done, deploy application is done, and load balancer. That's it.
That's it. The service is created.
Yeah, it is created.
We can again verify kubectl get services.
Yeah. Okay.
We have the service, and now we have a cluster IP,
Yeah,
right?
cluster IP. Yeah.
So there are
What is
now this is important. So right now this cluster IP, and we have the name, right? That there is a name called as TOD API service. What happens
Hmm.
is in Kubernetes, when we have multiple applications, all those applications can talk to each other using this API service name, the name of the service. So we can simply call instead of host name, we can just mention TOD API service.
Okay.
uh, Now we'll also see how we use this for opening this thing to the public. So for opening
Yeah.
this thing to public, we'll be using Nginx Ingress controller. Okay.
Okay.
Nginx, we know is used for load balancing. We have been doing it frequently at Kiot. uh, and Ingress is this Kubernetes terminology. I'm not sure how exactly this the internals of Ingress works, but for today, we can just um, start defining an Ingress Nginx controller. For that, first thing we would need is on dissolution. So when we define this thing on dissolution, we need to have physical load balancer. Okay.
right?
For that, we can again go to dissolution and go to the dissolution. Yeah, there we would have to create. Go to the third step in this itself.
Okay.
Continue.
Third step.
The fourth step, the next step.
Okay.
Here we have to install this Nginx Ingress controller.
Okay.
Once we install this, it would actually create a physical load balancer on this solution as well. We'll just see.
Okay.
So once, like, we'll see. This is installed. Will If we go to the load balancer section of the solution, uh, we would see once it's done.
Okay. Yeah, it's installed.
Done. We can go to the load balancers
Oh, where is load balance?
in the networking.
In networking? Okay. Yeah.
Load balancers. Yeah. So this load balancer is getting ready. In the meanwhile, we can write our Ingress controller. So again, Google Kubernetes Nginx Ingress. Ingress Kubernetes.
This one?
Go back to the Kubernetes
Oh, okay.
documentation.
Yeah.
Uh, can just search for Nginx. Yeah, I think this one is the thing. We can start with this thing as well.
Okay.
Yeah. In this, so first thing is in the name we have to change our name.
Hmm.
We can write anything TOD Ingress maybe.
Story backend.
Yeah, Ingress. Annotations are specific to the Nginx controller. So Ingress is not just limited to Nginx. We can use other load balancer as well. But right now, since we're using Nginx, we are writing annotations like this.
Okay.
Next comes the rules.
Hmm.
In the rule also, I think for the path we can just keep slash. These path are inclusive, so anything which comes after slash would be handled by this thing,
Okay.
because just slash.
Okay.
So we define path type is prefix, right? So anything which comes after this prefix would be handled.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
uh, and to which service do we want to bind this thing to? So here we would give our service name, which we
So
created.
what name was it was. Yeah.
And this could be a public port. I think this would be a public port, or I think this should be our
404.
uh, I think this should be our public port, so we can keep it 80.
88. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
let's try that. Yeah.
yeah. Save the file as Ingress.
Not sure whether we gave the right port. We'll see.
Oh, sorry. I saved it wrong. Yeah, it's created.
We can just check kubectl disk get ingresses.
Yeah.
We have this and we have public IP here. Yeah, this sounds good. We can also go to our, we can just go to this IP and see if we're able to access. I'm still not sure, but let's see. Uh-huh. I think we have to give the port of our service there instead of the port 80. Yeah, should be a target port. We can reapply the config. Now let's check again.
Yeah,
Voila,
it's yeah.
So
it
can you
is working. I think we
please
can.
show me the way? Yeah. And we have to give the other port too, right?
Other port too, as in?
The front end port also.
Then
Uh, so right now we only did it for our backend.
Front end
We'll
is also
also,
ready. All you have to do is just we have to give the port for this Ingress. That's it.
yeah, maybe then we can give another
new
uh,
service will
here itself in this ingress. We can create another rule.
Another,
okay, another rule. Okay.
I'm not sure. Can
I
we
think
like
one
maybe like
service is enough, right?
we one service is not enough. So we want to sort of differentiate between the two, right?
Okay, okay.
Uh, so we would also want to give first thing, which is host name. So for host name, right. So right now we are able to access it via IP, but if we want to access it via host name, we'll have to point our.
Mm,
So maybe Chaitanya, can you quickly create a record for our IP now,
okay.
and we'll just uh, point our domain, maybe test API dot
Okay.
the opendiaries.com to this public IP.
Okay. So I have to. This is in light sale, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's already logged in. No. Yeah, it is logged in.
Okay, so our existing the Open Diaries is hosted on the light sale because we had a lot of AWS credits. We can go to the networking and the
Yeah.
opendiaries.com, create a record.
Or should I edit the existing one?
No, we would not want to do that at this moment.
Okay. Okay. So,
This is test API.
but the thing is, okay. Okay. I have to change in this thing also. Test API, the front end too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Test API and the results too. Can you tell me the IP, Swami?
Oh, one second. 144, 144
44,
dot
44 dot
126
126 dot
254
254 dot
244.
244.
Yeah.
Done.
I think we can also create one more front end a record here right now itself,
Uh,
Chaitanya.
yeah, yeah. Let's check this thing. We open.
I think it won't work right now. I think it won't.
Yeah, it is working.
Okay, it is
Yes.
working, but it's sort of buggy. So we'll also have to sort of bind this host name with our service right now because there is only one service. That's why it's working.
Mhm.
If we have multiple ingress, it won't work. So we'll have to bind it with our host.
Okay.
Uh,
I think
give this.
applied again the front end and So is it the same IP address for front end too?
It should not have HTTPS now. I think it should be
No, I'm
HTTP there,
asking
like,
the
you know.
IP address. The IP address area. It should be the same thing or different?
Same. We only have one load balancer.
Ah. So what is the IP address again? 144 dot
144.126 dot
254.
244.
Okay. Yeah, but Kiot won't be working. We have to. I think
We have
Kiot
to, like,
will be working with the backend, right?
yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's working with the backend thing, so we have to bind it with based on the ports or based on
Yeah,
the host names. Yeah,
based on the host names. Yeah.
host names. Okay, I got it. So what do we have to do? We have to create another service or
For
another
front,
ingress.
another ingress. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me create another ingress. So can you send me this this
Yeah,
thing?
I'm sending it.
I don't know if we can
Yeah,
send the full file here.
It does not allow.
Yeah, you can send me the second part after backend.
after backend. Okay.
So this is POD front-end ingress and path type is prefix.
Uh, After HTTP, we can define, like, you know, the host name there.
So it is after it tabs this. Okay, after HTTP, we can define the host name.
Yeah.
So the host
Host
name would be
host should be. So this is your front end.
it's
No,
something like
not
host
just host.
without
No
this thing.
hyphen. Yeah, without hyphen. Yeah.
Host and it is ki dot.
Yeah.
Right. So the port is again 3030, right?
Uh, Port is
POD
3030. Yeah.
service
I
and
think my bad, Chaitanya. I think the host should come under the rules, not HTTP.
okay.
Yeah.
I think we have to give hyphen here.
Whatever is coming before, we have to give hyphen here and remove from the HTTP then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm saving this thing.
So
This
you can change the same into your
host.
host itself. Yeah.
What is
kubectl. How should I run the ingress? Apply.
Apply. Yeah.
It is
Host.
created kubectl ingresses
Describe.
get ingress.
Describe. Get ingresses.
Shows it is running. Let's see.
It's running. Yeah.
Let's see if it is running.
I am not sure. Fingers crossed.
Domination.com. ये क्या है? Domain nation. Where it
Okay,
is going to?
I think did we? It's the open diaries, Chaitanya.
Arey, shit.
Give it wrong.
Ariyank, I am getting this error saying host and path is already defined in ingress default dot front end ingress.
Okay.
What are we getting?
So it is telling host is already defined in this thing.
Front end.
I think one ingress is enough. One ingress is enough, and we can give another set of rules for that thing, right?
Yeah, but Soumya, like, did you copy exactly the same thing? Yeah, so that's the problem, right? You should have in your backend. You should have, like, the test API dot theopendiaries.com.
Ah,
So yours is
Okay.
the backend, right? Yeah.
Okay.
it
What will be
shows.
the port here?
Port will keep R4040 only. This should be test API. Test hyphen API, was it, Chaitanya?
No, test API. Just
Test
test
API.
API.
Yes,
Test
test
API
API.
dot the open diaries.
Theopendiaries. Okay. Theopendiaries.com.
Yeah.
There's something wrong, Naren. It says 503.
503 means it's not reaching the service. Uh, we'll have to check whether our service is up or not, Chaitanya. Can you just?
Odds.
Yeah.
Everything is running. Let me check front end.
Did you create a service for that? I don't see a service for you, Chaitanya.
Okay, we have to create a service first. Oh, and then. So, can you send me the service also, someone?
Yeah, yeah. I'm fine. It's just that much. Entire file
And
is.
send me the other part.
Which one?
I think this is it.
Oh,
This is
that's
it.
it.
So, app is purely front end. I think app must be matching this thing. All
Exactly.
right.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, it is matching. And yeah, let me apply this thing. Service. Environment.
Let me.
kubectl get services.
It's
And
created.
yeah, it is created. And let's see if it is running or not. Yes, it is done.
Awesome.
Done.
And once the backend is deployed, we can see where this is going to. Actually,
Chaitanya.
it won't be. Yeah,
No, no. Soumya, did you deploy your service?
It's done.
it's done.
Um,
So let me
Yeah,
give
it's done.
something and let me see the backend response. 401 we are getting from directly from the server.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is API.theOpenIris. Aryan, I think this is
uh,
not applying. I changed this thing, test API.
did you?
Test API
I think
Sorry,
we'll have
sorry.
to.
I
diaries.
think, yeah, this is the thing. I gave, I shouldn't give this. kubectl apply. Thing unchanged.
I think is it because we hard coded the environment variable in the Docker image itself. It could be because of that.
Did we?
We actually did. But yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
if we would not have hard coded, like, we would be able to, like, see this thing.
Yeah, but at least test API is working.
Yeah,
Development.com is running.
it is.
Yeah, done.
Okay, for the demo purpose, we could not do, but yeah, it is working. Both of them are online. Yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just change that and give up. I think now, like, it is working. We can see maybe, like, some that like, in a Kubernetes dashboard about, like, how our resources are created and how simple it is to scale the deployments. Let's just say, like, today we are having some users. Tomorrow, if you're having, like, 10x users,
Mhm.
scaling it is very simple. Like, you can just go to again kubectl and, like, just run the command to scale.
So Let me do something. Yeah, first we'll scale and then I'll tell what to do. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
We can just see like kubectl scale
So
deployment.
we'll do from the UI or can we do from kubectl itself?
I have been doing it with kubectl.
Okay, let's check kubectl scaling pods,
Scaling deployment. Yeah.
auto scaler deployments. Actually, if we apply the pods, I mean replicas, it will increase the pods.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's also true. Yeah.
And what can we do? What else can we do?
In the deployment, simply we can write another command like kubectl scale the deployment name, and we can set replicas equals to 2 or 3 or whatever we want to do. So even though if we
kubectl
do not
scale.
scale our deployment name, that is TOD front end deployment,
Hmm. This is yes, and
and
replicas like this.
hyphen replicas equals to 5 maybe.
Done.
I don't know if like we can run 5 more containers on our thing. Let's see.
Doesn't have a resource.
Scale deployment, we have to write scale deployment,
Yeah.
different scaled.
Okay. This
We can
is too fast.
change.
kubectl get pods. Nice. It is scale. It is.
Nice.
It is 5. It's not 5 more, but it is 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have to give. Okay. Let me scale to 1. Yeah. It is terminating already.
Mm.
5 back. Creating. This is yeah. This is cool. Okay. The thing I was telling is this. Let me create this. Kiot. Okay, we have to verify.
No, we don't have to actually. So like we are not asking users to verify.
So I can log in directly.
So yeah, we're sort of allowing.
Now
The papers UI, it's broken. Wow.
we found a bug.
I actually like forgot to sort of like tell you guys, but it is broken. Like now I'm aware of it. Yeah.
Okay, I thought this might be related to a deployment which is
No,
unable to
no,
get
no,
in CSS files
no,
or
no.
something.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
It
okay.
is broken. You can just uh, edit something.
But I can still write now.
You can still write. Yeah.
So dear diary, today we
Today we did.
deployed you using Kubernetes, and we live streamed your birth and still live streaming your diary of your birth.
Uh,
I'm not crazy. But so nice.
yeah. I think we can come back to our checklist and see like it's
Yeah.
been
Let's go to the
2 hours.
checklist. Yeah, almost 2 hours. Yeah, it's been exactly 2 hours. So yeah, everything is done except this is for the future if we have more time. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think deploy
Yeah.
application, then set up load balance and open to the world. It is open to the world, and we saw the demo too. Great.
I think like initial setup is like a little bit like tricky, but like once we know, if we understand Kubernetes, then it's really good.
Yeah,
uh,
it's fun.
but yeah, but even for beginners, I think it wasn't that difficult for us to deploy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Mm.
that's
All
it
right.
then.
Thank you for people whoever is watching.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
leave the
yeah.
yeah.
Like I was telling, like hopefully, we might be back with something, some other nerdy stuff very soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll leave the links in description. You guys can check out. Keep subscribe to Kiot channel for more such videos. So, bye.
Bye.
Mm.